Viewers, fans, subscribers, all the same. Hey, welcome back to the next episode of The Space Bridge, the podcast series for the Iacon battle circuit on console, sometimes PC. So, in our next episode here, we're still delving into the next chapter, possibly even like a decent wrap up of everything that happened throughout the open beta for Invincible Versus. It just came through on the 9th to the 11th, and then the dev team decided to go on ahead and give us one more day respectfully in order to give us a full ride of the weekend and give us like a full frontal idea of what the Invincible Versus could be or what it will be at the end of the month on actual launch date, which is going to be April the 30th. In our last episode, I was joined with WanWiki in order to go over a lot of our paralleling adventures through the norm of navigation. So join with me today, this evening, this time. I don't know whether or not you want to look at it as day or night, but join with me here is the head of the the head of the city of the Masters, the best in the city himself. I want to introduce you guys to Faulty Things.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Good.
Excellent. Faulties, how you been, man?
Pretty good, pretty good. Been practicing real hard for the Bums tournament, the G League. Been like, basically it's like a little bracket series where people are competing to get into a $1,000 bracket, and I'm pretty much guaranteed in the bracket. And I'm on some like playoff LeBron shit. I'm saving a lot of stuff for like that last day, so I'm really excited.
I'll bet, because it's basically like his version of like an LCQ.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah, because I remember he did that for Mortal Kombat and he did that for Grand Blue. It was like really, really good. It's like you get like top-notch quality shit for that end game setup. And you've been doing pretty good. You, Scamby, and King have been really like dominating the house.
No, yeah, it's been real fun, and it also feels harder to do every week. Feels like they're getting better. So and I like that competition. Really fun.
Okay. Well, I wish you good luck in your endeavors in holding down the fort.
Yeah, thanks, man.
What was said when you was over there that got them riled up?
Oh, it was payback. Simply because, well, I don't.
Wait.
Tell the world. Tell the world.
Okay.
Tell the world.
Go ahead.
Listen, tell the world. I don't be popping off. I'm not a crash out. You say I be chilling.
Well, you never popped
But
off.
no. It was like a mini. I was just like, last week. I mean, I told them next tournament that I got you. Simply because when the last tournament I played, I walked in. These niggas like, yo, KC, you not winning. And then folks, was like, yeah, word up. I'm like, damn.
That energy was strong because nah.
And 30 train ride.
Cut that shit out.
I got a travel over here. I walk in through. Yeah, you get fucked up, nigga.
Nigga.
Take my
No.
put my control.
So going into the aspect here, we're going into Invincible Versus. We're gonna go over a lot of the general ups and downs in the ladder that go over like a lot of how that evening went for the weekend that we had it. So my first question is, what were your expectations going into the beta, and did it meet them?
Okay, so I had a little I had a little prior experience to Invincible because one time they came through the Invincible versus devs. They came through to OS, this little local in New York, and they allowed like an offer, like a public beta test, alpha test even.
Oh.
This build had Cecil in it, by the way, and I expected the build that I played to be. I expected the beta to be exactly like the build I played, which was it was bad for me because I was like, yo, I want this game to be different. But there were some bugs that I fixed in that OS test. Like I talked to the devs like, yo, blah 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 blah. Cecil, he can't dash a buns, blah blah blah. And I ended up wanting just more. I felt like the build that I played was a little too similar to the build that was publicly accessible to everyone, you know?
Okay. Well, if you had access to like the initial beta that was offline, as opposed to I guess you could say this is like the second version beta. How did it feel? How did it feel getting back on the trolley? Or you weren't able, or did the controls feel somewhat different, even if you weren't using the same characters?
So I actually made a drastic change. So in the beta test, right, in the offline beta test when they came to New York, I was using the motion style inputs. In the beta test at home that everyone had access to, I switched to standard. Like I noticed, like, oh, I actually felt like both input schemes were very uncomfortable for arcade stick because there's so many macros and they're weirdly placed. So I just ended up doing the standard. I was like, dude, motion inputs, I feel like for this game is actually a little too much work. It's just crazy to think about.
Well, I mean, movement does feel like free flowing from what I've seen, but there are still some kinks even in that free flow where it's like the initial impression I first got from the movement is that this feels like Marvel E with Mortal Kombat Confirm E things. And then the more that it feels kind of clunky, the more it feels like, okay, there's still something here that still needs to be smoothed out in the Marvel E movement.
Yes, I 100% agree. It feels kind of psyopy, like hearing people talk about the movement of Invincible. It feels like they didn't actually, like a lot of people claiming that it's like a Marvel movement. It feels like they've never played Marvel, which kind of upsets me. So okay, like with it feeling like Mortal Kombat and Injustice in the movement, right? I feel like that's a sign in a bad direction. So one of the main, like, by the way, I had 14 plus hours in the beta recently because I had similar feelings on the alpha when I tried. I was like, yo, the movement does not feel good. And I wanted to really crack out to articulate why. And it turns out, so there's two things that contribute to why the game feels sort of Mortal Kombat and Injustice. So dashing in the game, right? If we were to take, like, let's say, like any anime game, any team game, like BlazBlue, Dragon Ball, or Marvel vs. Capcom, if I dash and then jump, the jump will cancel my dash at any point. So we get a little more precise movements, precise arcs, and they also retain momentum too in these games too. So like, if I do dash forward jump, I'll launch a little further. If I do dash neutral jump, even if I do neutral jump, right, because there's still momentum from the forward dash, your character will still end up slightly forward. You know what I'm saying? In any of these games, you can test it out.
Yeah, it's like there's no stop motion.
Yeah. And in Invincible Versus, however, you cannot cancel the jump. You cannot cancel dash into jump at any point. The dash has to initially start up. So if you do back dash, it has to go backwards a little. If you do forward, you have to go forwards a little, and then your jump will come out. So there's no momentum carried over, and also there's no precision. Like, can't really jump where you want. So what this essentially means, there's no dash blocking. So the movement to me felt really bad because of this. Like there would be, let's say there's like an Adam Eve assist coming, right? So Adam Eve, this is another problem with the game too, the way the assist spawn. But Adam Eve, right? She spawns really far behind. There's sometimes she's literally spawning off screen because that is a skill in these assist-based fighters, calling your assist off screen so you could then kind of make it hard for your opponent to see. When you have stuff like that, like projectile assists that are really fast, assists like Monster Girls that appear above you, you need these movements. You need to be able to dash block. That last split-second block, it's almost as if the games do not function without it. Like,
yeah, it changes the way you would naturally react to something that requires you to either have a split time reaction to see it or to act to it.
Yes. So this essentially like so also all right. This right, the lack of proper control with the movement, on top of how slow the normals are in the game. So to give you an example, the fastest jab in the game is 9 frames universally. Well, it's 8 frames with 2 exceptions. Battle Beast and Monster Girl, which is crazy that they're the ones with the fastest jab, but that's neither here nor there. Let's think about. Okay, let's really think about these numbers for a second. In DBFZ, our fastest normals are 6 frames.
Correct.
In Marvel 3, the fastest normals are 4 and 3 frames. In Marvel 2, it's 1 and 2 frame startup. In SkullGirls, it's also like in Marvel 3. Actually, in DBFZ, the fastest are no, the SkullGirls. The fastest normals are 4 frames.
Okay.
In all of these games, right? These hyper fighters, let's just call them that. The dash block is available. Canceling your dash into jump at any point is available, except for backdash in DBFZ, but that's like a different.
Yeah,
it's okay.
That's like frame 1 out of it in DBFZ, but yeah.
Yeah. So all of these games, they have dash block, and their normals are much faster. So you can feel it. Like if I do dash jab in any of these games that I listed, compared to doing it in Invincible, you'll actually feel like you're in mud, like you're under quicksand or something. Like because I play so many fighting games, it's jarring, and it actually like. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you good? Well, it's understandable because here is where you can notice, like a very distinct difference in defensive movement and momentum that the character is supposed to be allotted already in order to have defensive options in a creatively chaotic game sense or game engine that they're trying to implement with this thing here. If you're able to actually have assists that you can control in different positions of the screen, so it makes them harder to whiff punish. That way you can at least move in order to put yourself in more defensible positions to whiff punish the reaction to the assist call.
Yes. It's like the game is forcing itself to, like, with these 1v1 things or 1v1 aspects, when it is clearly not that game. It is a team game. You know what I'm saying? It got grind as the movement. So it needs all the things that come with it, like the proper movement. So we're more able to avoid these things. Like, dude, we got freaking Mark with basically he basically has Bardock's EX Lariat in a move, right?
Yeah.
And then we got robot missiles behind them. What the fuck do you mean I can't dash block, bro? And we need to.
So I'm saying, like, a little bit of Bardock and a little bit of Sector, and I can't react to this shit? Are you sure?
Yeah, like we need that block. We need that last split second block. It's too important. This is like, another thing. Another problem with Invincible versus this is like beta type stuff, but this is also something I felt in the New York beta, the alpha test, which it's fucking scaring me now because of how close we are to the release date. But the block sun of the game doesn't feel proper either. So like something I would do with Thula, I would do super jump up back, dash down forward, air heavy. And I would do crouch jab. That did not jail. Imagine that not jailing in Dragon Ball Fighters. IED heavy in a crouch jab. That shit would not feel good, right?
No, I'd be mad.
It wouldn't make any sense.
I'm glad you're one of the few people that I know that realize that. No, I said no. I'd be mad as hell if that shit happened, because that's something where that sets up something that's almost unreactable, where they're gonna have to block here. You can't poke or have a defense reaction. You have to just block. You have to hold this shit right here.
Yes. In Invincible, that is not the case. You do not have to hold that shit. So one of the things about the game, level 3 is invul on everybody.
I did
So-
not like that.
So when you pair this with the lack of block stun on everything and the slow startup jabs, people are gonna be fucking mashing every time, you know? And it felt like that in the beta. It was happening. Like how did you how much time did you put into the game? Because I feel like I'm the only person who's like, well, there's like a few people who like agree with me, but like I don't know, people are like they have too much new game glasses to not actually feel or be able to articulate what's happening properly. Like me, again, I feel like I can major in fighting games. I fucking play all these games. Like I can write you an essay on why this is different from that or whatever. And
I believe it. I've seen your record.
so like along with like I'm able to see metas before it happens or see how games are supposed to play like before they happens. With the Fatal Fury, like I knew how to play Fatal Fury from the beta. Like I'm very quick at this stuff. And I found an OS with one of the problems in the game. So another problem with the game, it feels like I'm just dunking on Invincible Versus, but again, I fucking care about this shit. I want this game to be perfect because I'm gonna play it, you know.
Yeah, but let's see. I put a good not to deviate, but I put a good like 10 hours into the game so far from what I was able to do. I was able to do 4 for the first day. I was able to do 2 to 3 ish the second day. I had to balance that out with hosting a tournament, and then the last day I just went in until they closed it up somewhere in the middle of the afternoon. The third day is when I noticed the most is that it's like everybody was mashing on everything. So you couldn't really approach somebody unless you already approached with like a predestined Unga decision, or you kind of got a lab. All right, what's the fastest thing they're going to do here in order to have an idea on how to approach that, or just IED over them and then hit them? Because everybody was mashing on everything, and that shit was annoying me. And this is exactly what I was telling my friend. Was just like, okay, I had this weird feeling where this is now where MK NRS heads are playing this dumb shit right now, because this feels like I'm playing rank right now, and I'm getting really pissed off.
Okay, so again, hold on. I'm gonna send you a clip. This is just one clip I gathered. I should have gathered much more because I do want to make a YouTube video like talking about the game, like, yo, like this isn't acceptable right now. Because it could be good. It could be good. I sent you a clip on the stream. It happens twice.
Ooh, alright, wow.
This is why the game is so mashy. There's no block stun or block impact on anything. If you look at that clip right there, you'll see that I sent in the chat.
Okay,
You'll see I do a jump heavy and it does not jail. Like I do a low as fuck to the ground jump heavy with robot. And the ground buttons that I press after don't jail. So it's like you saw no block stun. I did all right. So nothing has block stun. Plus my fastest jab is 9 frames. How am I supposed to put anyone in a block string? You know, how do I make you take anything?
Yeah, that's the part where it still looks kind of like clunky in the neutral, and neutral shouldn't really be clunky. Neutral should be pretty damn straightforward.
It's like,
because this is a scramble situation in chat. Scramble situations are very common in neutral. It's just a matter of where the dial turns. But here, the dial is right in the middle for something like this, because even though technically you should have your turn, you're not having your turn because the data in the game says you can't.
yes, did you see the clip?
Yeah, I just had it on stream here. Here, I'll show it again.
Yeah, so see, like I do. Like you see, I do the jump heavy, and then the character is immediately out of block stun like that. This essentially makes the game very mashy, very flimsy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Got right back up and into this. So it's just like there's no, in addition to block stun, there's almost like there's no indicator for really like hard knockdown, soft knockdown per se. Unless there was,
yeah.
and I overlooked something. But I noticed that the time ratio to get back up is probably the same between everything I've seen, or that's not a factor for this style of game yet in the engine.
No, they're hard knockdowns. Omni-Man, I think if he did like charge heavy or something, he could set up a hard knockdown and then you do like a left right with an assist or something. But wow, actually, thank you. That just reminded me. Another problem is the hit reactions in the game. So like ground bounces. There are infinite ground bounces in a combo. That's not good. It's just not good.
Wait, there's no cap off to that?
No. There's infinite ground bounces. So what that looked like, I'm sure you've seen this combo. Somebody's done it online, right? They'll do launch, and then they'll do J2H, and then boosh, the screen fucking shakes, and there's a ground bounce. And then they do boosh dash down, and then they launch again, and then they go boosh, jump down to H, ground bounce again. Have you seen that combo?
Yes, actually, yeah. I saw that in someone's stream.
Yeah.
That shit was happening to me. It was literally happening to me like I was a basketball.
Yeah. See, like, okay, and that's one thing. That's another problem about the game. All right, so see, look. You cannot have the screen shake every time there's a ground bounce, and you cannot have infinite ground bounces because combos end up looking very samey like that. Because a lot of people in my games, including me, were just looping ground bounces. And turns out, ground bounces, they really fuck with the assist breaker tracking. So this essentially ends up being your best bet on avoiding it mid-combo without having to think so much. And it does a lot of damage. Like usually, since it's tied to a heavy button, it's usually characters like best normal for combo filler. So like, it's just a bunch of J2Hs. So an OS that I found, right? This is, by the way, this is like part of the like me being able to see meta shit because So here's an OS because of the infinite ground bounces. So let's say, all right, most people are playing flyers like Mark, Omni-Man, Thula, Adamy. They're J2H ground bounces, right? And that's usually the one you want to like Airdash down with, because it has like a downwards hitbox, like usually under you, right?
Right.
So what I was doing was I would do ID, jump to H, and I would input a boost dash. I would input a boost dash mix-up. So I would input J2H boost dash forward a jab, or I would do boost dash downwards into 2M, right? Because that's our only way to get lows. If I input J2H, right, boost dash, and you get hit, because of the ground bounce screen shake, the boost dash actually will not come out. It won't come out on hit, but it'll come out on block. So I'm essentially, every time I do J2H, I'm just inputting a mix-up. And if you get hit by the J2H, nothing happens. So I save my bar, and I get to just do a combo because, again, the screen shook. And if you block, I already input my mix-up.
I'm about to say, that's a wonky buffer.
Yeah, it is, but that's just end the game shit. That's just what people are. That's how offense is gonna look.
That does not look. You have an idea. I guess if you watch the screen shake, that means that it registered something first, but that doesn't mean that it came out.
Yeah. So this like kind of exists in a lot of fighting games. It's essentially like the ground bounce and during the screen freeze. It's like inputs don't register. It's like eating my input. But of course the screen freeze won't happen on block, See, you get me?
Yeah. So it doesn't happen. That's just coding. It just doesn't. That doesn't sound like that it adds up right in order to have like proper response formula for your block strings or an attempt at pressure or setting up OS.
So the way that I'm pressuring is essentially, it is how you would pressure someone in the air anyways. So another problem, right? Another problem with the game is how the push block works. So because there's no block stun on anything, right? Like, by the way, okay. Alright. So there's a lack of blocks on everything, right? Again, we gotta. This is very important because this is partly why the game feels so bad. So there's no blocks on anything. So push blocking essentially means you have to have perfect push blocks every time. So now, how push block functioned in the old versus games, so like Marvel's Capcom, SkullGirls, etc. You can like push block for like 1 through 30 frames, like after getting putting blocks done, right?
Okay, so that
And
sounds active enough.
Yeah, so like there's like a delay. There's like a whole mind game. It's like, oh, I know your timing of when you're gonna push block, so I'm gonna dash and throw, right? You know, that's like basic Marvel, blah blah blah. But yeah, so the reason why push block is a beautiful mechanic in these games is because of the delay. There's a lot of variable timing. It's not like in like a Street Fighter 6 or say it's like, oh, you block, okay, now the strike throw is happening. Because there's variable frames in and when the opponent can push block, the opponent has to think about. They have a lot to think about, right?
Yeah.
In this game, because there's no block stun, that delayed push block only really exists for something like a charge heavy or a jump heavy, something that has like that has to have a lot of block stun. But let's say like, all right, if they do like a crouch jab doesn't even jail an invincible. So if I try to push block in between that, I will just get an accidental dash because I left the block stun, because there's no block stun in Invincible versus. So you end up getting hit by accident. Now, remember how I said because of this, you need to do perfect push blocks? Yes. Now, a perfect push block in Marvel 3 is basically push blocking the frame they make contact with with their button. So that basically means you knew they were going to jab if you got a perfect push block. And in Marvel 3, once you get the perfect push block, the push block pushes you back the greatest distance possible.
That makes sense. That's like a similar aspect to like Xenoverse with just guarding, or fighters with the reflect. But you're getting back or being rewarded a resource for perfectly predicting the offensive play.
Yes. This mind game does not exist in Invincible Versus because again, nothing has block stun. So for your push block to register, everything has to be a perfect push block. Do you see where the problem lies?
Yeah, you're trying to have decently accurate or almost perfect prediction in a game that has unstable predictability of approach.
Yes. It's like the values, the frame data is just off. The frame data makes it so that it doesn't work.
Yeah, the frame data is there, but it's not applying itself in the game.
So I think the game needs faster. The game just needs to be faster in terms of like move set speed. The game in terms of how. All right, so when you push blocked in the beta before, right?
Yeah, I push blocked a couple of times. I didn't do it consistently, but I did try it a couple of times.
Has there ever been a point where you tried to push block and it didn't come out and you got a dash instead?
Yeah, and then I died for it.
Yeah, okay. See, that you had to have been perfect. Like in any other versus game, right? There are push block baits where it's like you can make people dash on purpose because that means they missed a push block. But in Invincible, it just happens. There's no baiting it. It's just people just leave block stun, you know? So also, when you push block, did you notice how it froze the game? Or like how did it feel push blocking?
I wouldn't say it froze the game per se, but you could occasionally notice like a sudden pause,
Okay.
or like that second of registration to the input.
Okay, so see that Yeah, that is another problem with like in terms of game feel for me. For me, like that, it froze. Like it's almost as if like it was a frame drop.
Oh.
I might be exaggerating a little, but like the push block in other games does not freeze the screen in the way Invincible Versus does.
What engine is Invincible versus playing on? Because that's the next thing I'm thinking of here.
It has to be a modified version of the Killer Instinct engine. So like it's really apparent in the air and in ground combos. It's like the game snaps on the Killer Instinct mode. Like you notice how you can kind of just do any button into any button, like on the ground and in the air.
Yeah.
That's like a Killer Instinct thing. So
It doesn't say. Because I know this isn't Unreal Engine 4. Because Unreal Engine 4 was what MK1 ran on, and MK1, even in its original beta, was still smoother than this. With like input design wise.
yes. Oh, I speaking of input bugs, I found a bug in the game. This is why, bro. I want these guys to fucking hire me, bro. Holy shit, hire me. What the fuck?
You're sniffing these bad boys out.
So, all right, this is the way they respond to me finding this is how it's gonna be very telling on what they want this game to be. So this, okay. I have the bug right here. You don't have to put it on the stream because I'm essentially like just talking over it.
Okay.
So the game, right? Sometimes I would notice, when I would forward backdash, sometimes I would get forward dash. Sometimes in game. Has that happened to you? Wait, actually, before you answer that, what controller do you play on? This is very important.
I was playing the beta on my PS5, so a PS5 controller.
Okay, so all right. There's a slight chance you probably ran into this bug, but okay. So sometimes backdashing gave me forward dash, and what I found out the reasoning was sometimes if you plinked, no, not sometimes. If you plinked medium and light, which is what the dash button would be on arcade stick, the game doesn't register backwards plinks. Okay, so let me rephrase it. Plinking medium and light will give you forward dash. It can't give you backdash though. So if you see in the video that I linked, you'll see me like I'll hold down back and then plink medium and light, and I would just get strictly forward dashes. So the game didn't allow backwards plink dashes with the buttons. But if I plink dash medium and the dash button, I would get proper plink dashes. So I would have access to backwards plinks and forward plinks.
So you got to input. So you got to do the input almost reverse to get the proper input going forward that you're trying to do to go forward in a plink dash.
No, you just had to hold on.
I'm looking at it now on my phone.
Okay, so yeah, basically it's like if you plinked, you couldn't go backwards, so you had to plink with the dash macro. But I don't even think any of this is intentional. I don't think they want plink dashing in the game because why would you put plink dashing if we can't dash jump or dash block?
So this is almost like a design flaw for like an attempted neutral an additive to neutral that was like also an implement of something in other like hyper fighters-y things like Marvel or BB Tag, for instance, where blink dashing is like a really predominant thing that you're doing in neutral if you know it.
Yes, but it's like if you don't want us to block or cancel the dash animation with jump or cancel it with crouch at any point, then it's like, what do you want us to do? Is this a 1v1 game or is this a 3v3 game? Like, what do you... So, now, alright. The input for this was pretty insane because this is on arcade stick, right? Because I'm doing medium and then dash macro. For us to with the bug, right? We need the dash macro and medium to blink dash. So on my hands, that's me using my middle finger and my pinky. My middle finger on triangle, the second button on arcade stick, and then my pinky on the dash button. So it would be like L1 or L2.
That sounds like
Which is
claw.
I'm just doing fucking bro. The macros for this game, I had to do multiple guitar chords on my arcade stick. I'm not even joking. And the plink dash is actually one of those complicated inputs because I'm plinking with my pinky. No, when we're plinking in Marvel 3 or Street Fighter 4, we're not using our fucking pinkies, bro. We're not doing that. Like, yeah, it's just insane. So it's like, not only does does plink dashing require mad execution if you're on arcade stick, but it's like the game doesn't want it to be there because of the bug and because of how dash block works. It's very strange. Like,
but it's fascinating in some way that even though like they didn't want it, there's an argument to be had that they don't want it in the game or didn't want it in the game, but it takes either a techie or it takes an eagle eye that's already like going to be a veteran FGCer, which this is probably going to attract since it's a brand new game, a brand new community, that spots, okay, these are the recipes for that formula that you didn't fully commit to, so why is this here in the files?
Yes. So it's like, all right, now they can either, because they know about this. I literally tagged them. I talked to Vicious. I showed them the bug. Them niggas even said thanks. I was like, okay. I'm not trying to get gassed up by that thanks, because it's like I might have screwed myself over by like, all right, because look, they can either just remove plink dashing altogether, and then I'll like the game even less, or they'll fix plinking and make it so that you can backwards plink with the two buttons. So their response to that video is going to be very important. Like that ass. It's like game defining.
Okay. Well, one of the two could happen. That's why I think if that's the case, if they're gonna like, there's still 2 weeks for them to make it do what it do in terms of like touch-ups on something. So mechanic, and the only touch-ups that the game needs is just mechanics. And so for that mechanic, if they want to keep the premise of plink dashing in the game, then they just need to just clean up the input registration. That way it feels more consistent to be a higher level thing to do. Otherwise, yeah, just take it out entirely. I would say the replacement for that is to clean up base movement so it doesn't feel so wonky, being able to have free range control and moving up, down, diagonal, left, right, and all that stuff.
Oh man. Like me, I'm going for the direction of movement. Like I want this game to be fucking sick. Like I want it to be a HUD classic. It probably is gonna be a HUD classic because like the Invincible is just a crazy IP. Like even people like HUD classic as in like there were people in my hood or like family members outside of the FGC, right? They have no clue what the FGC is. They had Mortal Kombat 9, they had Marvel 3, they had Street Fighter 4, and they love those games. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Invincible Versus could be one of those HUD Classics games where like you'll just see it on a non-fighting game player shelf.
Yeah.
I just want it to be the best game possible, so it's like it deserves to be on everybody's shelf, even without the IP, you know, but I'm just scared. Bro, April 30th, man, I'm shitting my pants. If they address these things, it is a lot though, because they essentially have to look at the frame data for everyone in the cast, because they just have to. They have to rework. I actually think they don't need to rework push block that much. Just fucking copy and paste, bro. Like we'll be fine.
Yeah.
So
Push
all right,
block is
perfect.
fine. I think it's just a sys breaker that needs to be toned down a bit in that regard. Push block is fine.
So here's my problem with the push block. So in games with push block, right? When you push block in the air specifically, it suspends you in the air. This is to prevent you from having to land into a mix-up, because on the ground, where we have to block high-low, right? There's also land canceling, so you leave block stun. And because push block, right? What you're essentially doing is you're pushing them away, but you're adding block stun to yourself, right?
Okay,
So
I was
again,
about to say, because that sounds like you're generating landing lag for having like an in-air option. That doesn't sound good if you're trying to avoid falling down into a setup.
Yeah. See, Invincible versus is air push block. It literally drags you down to the ground. Like at the rate of, let's say, like a Airdash down back with like Adam Eve, any of the flyers, anyone who had it, literally the air push block in Invincible is a Airdash down back to the ground. So I'm gonna input my Boostash mix up OS, right? I'm gonna jump in with my J2H, and I'm gonna meet you in the air, right? And I'm gonna automatically input my thing. And I'm gonna input my Boostash to be down forward, right?
Right.
So I'm automatically chasing the push block down. There's no interaction there. I'm just doing the thing, and you have to eat shit for push blocking. This is another problem. It needs to be so that we stay in the air, so that we avoid mix-up. So now in this game, there's a lot of overhead assist. Another fucking problem I have. Why? That's not cool. So, all right, they push block in the air, and boom, now they're landing right into my overhead assist because all air assists are just fucking air heavy, and then I just do my low. You ate shit for push blocking. That is not its purpose. You know, its purpose is for us to avoid mix-up, avoid left-rights by giving us more block stun, avoid landing in the fucked up high lows because we're still in the air. And in this game, it just transports you to the danger zone.
Oh,
what the fuck?
Oh, the antithesis of creating a safe option.
Yes, it's bad. So, remember how I said there's in the versus games, there's mad delays in the push block, right? It's 1 through 30 frames the opponent has to push block. Right? This mind game does not exist in the air because they're going to be dragged down. So we're just going to boost dash anyways, because that would be our pressure and our mix-up and our combo. Yeah, it's just not pretty. It's like again, I keep looking at it with my high level brain, like, oh, how are we gonna deal with this mechanic? Okay, boom. You know? And I see it.
Oh yeah. The devs gotta listen to you. You gotta be in the right dude's DMs. Like, you gotta be feeding him.
Bro, right, and it's like, bro, cause me, like, I like, bro, I don't know how to fucking talk to people sometimes. Like, I get really passionate about things, and I do not like lying. Yo, bro, when I was... my feedback to the devs in person in New York when they came through, I was like, yo, I gave them a list of characters with 8-way air dashes. I was like, Storm, Dr. Doom, Dhalsim, Iron Man, Nova, Magneto. I was like, all these guys have 8-way air dashes, and they all move different. In this game, they all move the same. You know? Like, bro, I came through. Yo, bro, this is how serious I was. I came through the fucking alpha test with a notebook. I still have the notes right here in my hands. Hold on, wait, where's the notebook? Yeah, I came through with a notebook and pen, and I was writing shit down as I was playing the fucking game. That's how serious I was. And it's like, bro, these niggas aren't listening to me because I told them about push block. I told them about the movement feeling the same. I told them about the block stun. And the beta is the fucking same. So now wait, I've been pretty negative on the game so far. Let me give it a couple of highlights. Oh,
fair enough.
By the way, I like I do think you guys didn't play Cecil yet, but Cecil is by far the coolest thing about the game. Isn't it?
I had a
Cecil
feeling.
is
A zoner with
Cecil's
combo
cool.
game feels really feels really cool in a way.
He's like Cable with a fucking teleport, bro. This shit. Let me see. So I play Cable in Marvel too, so this is like a zoner. This character is a zoner's dream. People are gonna get mad. I actually think them not including Cecil was a great move. That was the.
Let me see what you said, D-Legend. I hate that I didn't spend more time with the beta, but I'm gonna cop the game when it drops. It's real shit. I got you. Like, for a little bit of time that we were given, D-Legend, there's a lot to learn about the game, and there's a lot of takeaway with the game that has people talking, which I think was like a part of the propaganda. Do I want to say propaganda? A part of the hype and the media build up with the game is because there's a lot of good and bad takeaway both from the beta, depending upon how much experience you have with fighting games in general. And there's a lot of good takeaway from it. Like, there's a lot of good and a decent amount of bad. And then now what Valtius has told me is not so much that there's a lot of bad. I mean, it does sound bad, but there's a lot of constructive building here still to do for the game.
Yes, it's the game is not finished. That is my opinion. And so one of the scary things about talking to these fighting game devs is like, I know it's gonna fall on deaf ears because it's like, I'm sorry I didn't win Evo. I'm not Justin Wong, but I'm a fucking fighting game genius. I don't give a fuck about what anyone says. If you've fucking talked to me about fighting games, or you learned a fighting game with me, you know I learned fucking damn near instantly. All right, and it feels like the devs, they don't really like. They're not in New York training with me, so they don't know that. So it feels like a lot of this shit that I say is going to be disregarded, but like,
hey, say your piece.
Yeah, it doesn't feel finished, and I don't know. Maybe it's like corporate. It has to be some corporate like I don't know, just like get this game out. The game, the show has a lot of momentum going. It's on season 4 right now.
I will say though, the timing of the game's release in conjunction with it's still pushing out at current seasons right now, I think is perfectly well timed. That way the game's lifespan can be in concurrent with the series, and it goes with the hype as it goes.
Yes,
this is a perfect marketing time to do this for this game.
Like, marketing wise, perfect, but it's just like, brother, this game is not done. This game.
Yeah. Hey, Rick, what's going on? Welcome in.
So, like, all right, Cecil, coolest thing about the game. Sheesh. I'm really trying to search for things, bro. I'm really trying to search for good things to say.
Well, let me cook a little bit. Hang on. He's been holding the ladle for a good minute now. Hang on. Let me take the ladle and talk about something good to help.
Oh yeah.
So I will say that the combo system for the game, while it could be longer in my opinion, not taking into layout the tag mechanics yet, the combo system I feel could have been a little bit longer, but I feel that it was also better than the beta before in terms of how the combos were cleaned up in their presentation. They still feel like a bit iffy when they start, but once the combos get going, it all feels like it just clicks perfectly. The team objective and the win condition is very similar across the board, I feel. For 8 to 10 characters they had in the beta, they did and they showed diversity of different play styles very well, in my opinion. The animation has very great glow up from the premiere beta test for Invincible. The neutral,
100%.
The neutral I feel is like decently balanced. It can still be a bit more balanced, but this is really good right now. Yeah, that's about it. And so in terms of like the main takeaways that I have from like base to decently invested presentation, from what I can see, that is a good thing about the game.
You know what? This isn't like a gameplay critique. Well, I mean, it is. The game is very American. Like, in a sense, like you're hearing characters say, fuck you, you know? It's very, like, American humor, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we're usually playing fighting games from, like Japanese devs and shit. And like even then, like you translate the Japanese, what the characters are saying, they're never saying "fuck you" or giving like one-liners. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's very strange vibe.
But you notice that in the era of now, when we're getting like a handful, like a decent amount of like adult themed cartoons and whatnot, that it feels like it's an American adult thing to either curse erroneously or just throw the F word out just for the sake of throwing out the F word sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Not with a purpose. Yeah. That's how I know that's kind of like a modern, or at least for right now, or for the past couple of years, it feels like that's like an American thing to do, where the F word kind of just throws out there when you can kind of use it resourcefully. That way it gives merit to the impact when you hear it.
Oh, that's the BoJack Horseman method. That show like has like I don't know the exact number, but it's like a total of 7 fucks in that show. But they're all like in the heaviest moments of the show, like super emotional. Like it's pretty funny. Like there's like that. There's the TV show, the Aware of how American can get.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I like the shit talk between the characters.
Yeah, it reminds me of some Mortal Kombat installments. Reminds me also of Injustice 2, where they have like the banter pre-battle. Or you got that one character that can say like that perfect thing that just feels like a good dig right before a good battle.
Yeah.
Don't even have to curse. It's just a matter of just deliver.
Oh, so I want them to change. Okay, so yeah, I already talked about the infinite ground bounces thing, right?
Yes, yeah.
Make different hit. So I want different hit reactions for things. So it's like I've used. This is something me and Coach Steve were talking about. So there's a lot of like combos, or it's like there's an EX loop. Like you'll be like that'll be the end of their combo. Out the Allens, the aliens, he does like this EX crumple thing. He goes pum pum pum, and he can just do it 3 times, and he gets the crumple every time. Battle Beast, he has like an EX wall bounce combo, and that's his ender. He does 3 EXs, and they all wall bounce, and that's his ender. I want to see less of that. That is a very lazy way to do combos. You know, like I feel like if you do the same special move twice, it should have like a different effect each time. You know, or like the Mortal Kombat approach. Like, if you do the Scorpion teleport where he goes jump kick teleport, jump kick teleport.
Yeah.
Each time you do the teleport, it's like less knockback or less pop up.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like the game could use something a lot like that, so combos could feel less stale. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that way it kind of is like a hit indicator for like a hit ceiling.
No.
Some way of a hit ceiling. Indicating that doing the same thing repeatedly does give you less reward, making the move either less optimal or less rewarding to do.
Yeah, because like it boiled down to that was like everyone's cash out. You do your EX loop into super, and then hopefully like your active tag worked, and then you continue the combo there. But I think the combo, so it's like the game is very encouraging for EX moves and active tag and assists for combos, but I do think I want to see more like of the point characters doing combos instead of having to active tag for more meter. Like there's so many points. Assist breaker is so common, right? So it's like, why are combos so limited towards, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
If we can break at any point, like like our point character's not even the one. Someone else is coming in, teleporting from who knows where, and breaking the combo. We should be able to do more in the combo. So like, I'm thinking like less damage on level 3s, less combo meter usage on normals, so we can see more stuff. Like lower the damage, but make the combos longer. You know what I'm trying to say? So we can see more. Yeah.
That way there's more divisibility with combos that allow you to also bait different defensive responses. and
Yes.
kind of introduces its own sense of natural diversity, so that way it's not dependent on the mechanics in order to either extend or optimize.
Yes. You know, we like. I want to see my character's moveset in the combo. You know what I'm saying? That's the coolest thing ever. Like, yeah, like when someone like does that rare move that a character has in any game and they fit it into a combo somehow, like that shit is the sickest thing ever. You know, like we're not gonna see that if EX just ends up being the best thing to do. You know?
Right, because otherwise that's just the default that you go to. Like
Yeah.
it's like 2x KO when like the default whenever it is you don't know what to mash, you mash harder, and then when you don't know what to do, you just level 3 and it works because unscaled damage.
Yeah, there were a lot of TODs people were posting about Invincible, and they were like, they would do their combo, right? Would do like 30, 35, 40%, and then they do level 3, and then they die, and it's like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like,
You're like, why does the ult
like
do as much as a whole combo?
yeah, like. So, one cool thing about the game, right? I thought this shit was a bug. There are technically infinite air actions. So with the flyers, right, what you could do is that your double jump restored your air dash, right? So what I would do with Thula, right? Adam Eve could do this as well. I would do air dash H, jump cancel, air dash H, jump cancel, air dash H, jump cancel, air dash H. That's a combo. That's your pressure. That's how you like mix it up. I thought like it kind of took execution, and it's sick. It's like no game has done that before. Let you restore your air actions like that with characters that can 8-way air dash. That's crazy. For combos, it was sick. And for pressure, it's sick too. But like
That button formula sounds pretty damn good in order to almost have like an infinite block string or some way of maintaining it. But you said that's like a constant or infinite air option. So is it safe to say that a button like that, unless they change, that's like an easy way to almost be in the air for an unchecked amount of time to control neutral from any type of perspective?
Well, I mean, it has to make contact for you. So you wouldn't be able to do it like midair on whiff because you need the jump cancel to
hit.
To restore your air action, you know?
Oh, you need it to
and
hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, so thankfully this doesn't jail, but it's not because the game was looking out for us. It's just because nothing has fucking blocks done. So it just keeps going back to that. So like they could act like if I do the heavy IED heavy jump cancel IED heavy, it's actually a frame trap, so they can't jab, but they can level 3. And they could just block and do the heroic strike. That's a medium plus heavy. That's like the game's alpha counter. Hold on, I'm gonna try to find the clip of me doing it because I towards the end I was just spamming that shit because like, yo, this is cool. What team did you play?
The team I played was Thula, Alan, and Adam Eve. But my Adam Eve, I don't know. I still got to work on combos with her because she felt good on day 1, and then day 2, day 3, I just felt like I was just like ass with her the whole time.
I played Thula, Monster Girl, Robot.
Okay.
Basically, my thesis was this is Thula and 2 godlike assists.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, perfect. I just found the clip. I found the clip of me doing something, doing the jump cancel heavies.
Chat, hang on. We got another snap of evidence.
This is something like no game kind of allows us to do. The closest thing is like adult Gohan and Sparking, and then Marvel 3 Chun-Li. Like this is the closest things like that allow us to do like heavy jump cancel, jump cancel air dash. By the way, you'll see how like this also showcases how flimsy the block stun looks. But look, keep. So look, I'm doing.
Let's take a look.
You'll see the jump and then air dash, jump and then air dash. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, that's literally just like playing Sector Nooch. You just have you have the missile just guide you in, and either way you guess it, you're wrong. It's my turn.
Yeah, you saw the mad overheads. Just ching ching ching.
Interesting.
So the mix up there, right, would be jump cancel, air dash down to him. That's how you go low. So whoop whoop whoop. I just like on some troll shit. I just like doing the heavies as much heavies as possible. But yeah, that's the mix up.
It's a good mix. And honestly, the heavies in this game scale pretty decently. Just throw them out in combos a pretty good amount of times. They get you pretty good reward for it. I'm just curious on like how much frame they actually got. They're not bad. Clean. Shout I tell you that's clean for that air dash.
Yeah, that's how. Hold on. I think Sonic Fox posted It's funny. So this is like just to show you like how fast I am at like learning the fighting games. The only people who I know were doing this jump cancel air dash shit are Sonic, and because Sonic just let me. He posted it on Twitter. I could post this too.
Sure.
I posted it in the link. But if you see what he's doing with Adam Eve, he's doing jump cancel air dash, jump cancel air dash. It actually takes some execution, but it's like, oh, and me and Sonic figured this out. You see how he's doing air dash, jump cancel, then air dash? See that?
I know. I was looking at this like, wait, this feels like some Magneto-y shit.
Yes, like I was doing the same shit with Dula, like as you saw in the clip.
Yeah.
So again, fighting game devs hire me. Look, me and Sonic are doing the same fucking things. We're the only ones. Like I'm playing people online. I'm the only person, to my knowledge, is doing the jump cancels. And then I go on fucking Twitter. I see Sonic's doing the same shit, and I'm like, oh wow, yup. You see that? He's doing heavy jump cancel, heavy jump cancel, air dash, heavy, like bruh.
That shit almost killed. What the?
Interesting.
Yeah, it's mad heavy, so it's like the But again, like
Almost killed me. My bad. I misspoke, chat. Almost. Damn. I don't know. That most situations online, I'm pretty sure that's a discount toddy. I wouldn't even worry about that.
yeah.
But damn, that
Yeah,
combo
like
was disgusting.
Like there are cool things like that jump, that infinite interaction shit is fucking insanity, but it is also something that no game has done before. That is pretty cool. And it's like the combo meter makes it okay. It's really, really interesting. But now here's the thing. Now they might have to take it out. Like literally, that's only okay because it's not a true block string. And in any other game it would be. So it's like the game's shitty block stun it's like this mechanic and the game shitty blocks and actually like make sense. Like it's like the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the lack of blocks and helps us being able to jump cancel and then get our air dash again and then loop that. It makes it make sense because otherwise it would be like, yo, this is insane. This is a fucking. I'm getting true block strong from heavies and shit. You know.
So counter proposition. So like extensions like this that are like damn near like pseudo touch of deaths come from the lack of block stun in order to condition for the setup. So if the proper conditions were met under usual pretenses, not with regular block stun in order to set up for these things, how efficient would the mechanics be at retaining this same type of creativity?
I'm sorry. Say it again. Sorry. Excuse me. I got distracted for a second.
I said, how consistent would the mechanics be at retaining this type of creativity if the mechanics were corrected or the hit stun or block stun was corrected like it should have been in the first place? How consistent would this creativity still be?
Okay, so for one, it would, if the frame data changes, then a whole bunch of new teams get opened up. So that's a boost in creativity right there. Because currently, the only way to get a fucking true block string assist is like Battle Beast and then Robot. Like, you know, I feel like there aren't that, like, even in the assist, like Adam Eves, like specifically her wave assist was 18 frames of block stun. 18 frames of block stun on top of jabs being 9 frames, on top of the air dashes being slower, on top like that. We're not getting any mix-ups because of how slow the game is and because of how low the block stun is. Battle Beast, however, he's one of the only ones. His assist is fucking insane. He just fucking appears right on top of your head and he does like 8 hits. He does this like little dive. He's like plus 48 or plus 46.
How are you plus up that many overheads?
Yeah, like
that's crazy.
Like that. Like I feel to me, it felt like you had to have Battle Beast for your team to have actual mix-up. Like for you to do like jab, call assist, air dash. That shit is not rocking with any other assists in this game. Because we're too slow and nothing has block stun. Battle Beast though, we're plus 46. And fuck anybody can mix with that shit. So if they gave more things, more block stun, then we get more teams. We get to see more mixes from different teams.
Because I will say the common pick characters that I've seen were probably like what I said earlier. The common pick characters were like Battle Beast, Monster Girl, and Alan. So the main reason I could assume that I didn't know Battle Beast was for the mix. Now that you laid that out, that actually makes sense. For the attempted mix.
Also for his fucking EX armor, and he's again. So I have to reiterate the universal like startup for the game is 9 frames. For some reason, a Monster Girl and Battle Beast of all people have 8 frame jabs. I found this out from Steve, and I was like, "What the fuck?" They gave it to them.
That explains a lot. That explains a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like Battle Beast. He has the best assist, pretty much. He has armor. That nigga's on everybody's team. You know.
Okay, that makes sense. And then Alan, in my opinion, I think has like some of the cleanest neutral in the game, and the way his staggers work. I like his staggers on how they work. So I think I can see why he was probably picked for probably like an assist setup, but also for being a good benefactor of good assists. Because his optimization and his damage are really rewarding off of a lot of different routes.
Yes. Oh, so you remember how I said EX is a problem?
Yes.
So here, this is gonna be like a meta-defining thing, right? This is the Invincible versus meta game. When you crumple them, you unlock the stage transition snapback. And now, what this does is that it makes it a 3v1 for 10 seconds. That is fucking insane. That is a lifetime in versus game seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what? Why? Why
Yeah,
so, why so
yeah,
long?
yeah. Bro, I don't know, but that's essentially like we do that. We aim for that mid game. Done. Game is done. It's pretty much yours. Adam the alien, right? His EX, I think it OTG'd and it also crumpled every time. So remember, and then the EX crumple, EX crumple, EX crumple. You can do this at the end of the combo. So that means he has one of the easiest access towards this crumple. So that means he can get the snap off. He's also a flyer. He has also an 8-way air dash. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Easy access to the stage transition snap is very strong. Island the Alien has that. He also had he had an infinite in the
Oh,
in the
first
beta.
or in both betas.
Yes, he straight up has an infinite.
Oh damn.
How were his assists? I don't remember his assist. I remember he had spin assists too, right?
Yeah, the main assist was a spin assist. The other assist was like a axe hand. That was like a it's kind of like a upping launcher.
Okay, I see.
That's all I can remember.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for teams or characters that can do that. Easy crumple, so you could get the snap.
Okay.
This dude, Omni-Man and Mark were fucking insane. So Omni-Man's EXDP was armored and -5. What are the fastest normals in the game?
Bro, that shit pissed me off so much when I started figuring out that it was a DP and that shit was safe. I'm just like, what the hell's wrong with people?
It's only safe because the game is just slow. Like, what the fuck? Why is our jab this slow?
And why is the DP like so quick? Like, no.
Yeah, like frame data just needs a complete overhaul because it's not like that's just the main one we know. Like, imagine how much ones are still there in the game like that. Like,
yeah, that we didn't get a chance to see yet. Like, there's still a lot of fuckery yet to see.
yeah, so
It's scary.
I'm hoping they at least go the DBFZ route, like turn shit up to 6 frames. You know?
Turn it up in terms of the normals or in terms of what the negative.
Normal speed. I think normal speed make things more plus. You know? Cuz like even supers felt hard to punish because of how like slow our normals are. Like -9 can't really, I mean 9 frames can't really punish anything. Like, yeah, just make the game a little smoothen up the movement. Right? Let us dash block, let us dash jump properly. Put more blocks in on things. So we don't just have Battle Beast as the assist. He's on every fucking team. Take away the infinite ground bounces. Just like limit it, please. And we probably have a good game.
Yeah.
You know?
It'll be a start in an operational direction in order to have like the basics and the fundamentals in the game take hold, and then from there we'll see what actually needs to be worked on.
Oh, also, all right, this is like a new. All right, I'm not. So assists kind of aren't punishable. Like they just leave the screen. Like you have to be really fast to. It's like they kind of disappear, like in DBFZ. Me, I like the old style of assists where it's like they kind of stay on screen a little bit, so like they can get beat up. I think this game needs a little bit more of that factor because even in DBFZ, that like assists teleport, but there are some assists that stay out much longer than others. Like Cell A, for example. Like, I think this game needs more Cell A like things because these guys are not only like Monster Girl. Let's go like the extreme examples: Monster Girl and Battle Beast. Dude, Monster Girl is just appearing No assist queue, no nothing. He's just appearing on top of this guy, whoosh, with the body slam. And then Battle Beast is just appearing right in front of you, just attacking instantly. And then I can't punish. So it's like, bro, it can't be both. Like, it can't be like DBFZ, like, in the sense that they're instant startup, right? Because in Marvel, they kind of do like a pose and then they like do their move and then they pose and then they leave. In DBFZ, they do the move and then they teleport. In Invincible, they teleport in and then they teleport out. There's no punishing them or nothing.
That's the thing, because okay, that makes sense. Because in the other games, there is something that they do either before or after a hit that allows you to punish the assist, and that allows you to kind of set probably happy birthday, quote unquote, if you punish it correctly.
Yes.
Here, there's no cue like that.
Yeah, like they just appear. So like, again, this on top of dash blocking, no dash blocking, I was like, bro, this it's really easy to just get hit by things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which in a lot of ways, because you just get hit by things or you just throw things out there, that's part of what leads down the mashy thesis of the game right now, until there's more direction to kind of help cultivate why to mash or when to mash or when your opponent might mash.
Yeah, this is a lot though.
See, chat, we're learning something. Yay!
This is like, for them to fix this, they can do it, but
it'll take some elbow grease. They need. I'm curious, like, for the dev team, how many people on the dev team actually have played a game, have played the product that they are creating? Not like a 2XKO situation where like the majority of the team is former nice people, but I'm talking about, like, I know the majority of them come from Killer Instinct, so yes, we have vision that is here. We definitely have vision that's being executed. But have people played the product themselves in order to see how does it handle in your eyes? It could be as simple as a casual. Don't have to be a competitor.
Like, one of the bugs I found in the alpha test in New York was Thula couldn't do medium plus assist. So it's like and I'm thinking, I'm like, bro, what? Like, are they just churning out these characters and not testing? Because it's like that, like, button plus assist is so staple, and it's Thula, you know, that's her main thing. She's using her whip normals. How the fuck did that go unchecked? You know, like, I mean, it's like a little minor bug, yeah, but like, I'm OD nitpicking, but it's like, bruh, it makes me wonder. It's like, did these guys play, or like, there's no way they didn't feel the block stun thing. That's what's like tripping me up, because I feel like I talk to people and they're like, yeah, like it felt like that.
Right. That's why it's like you gotta feel that at the very least, or it's just like, have they played games to know that, okay, block stun is kind of a pedestrian thing in a game. You don't think about it. It's just there.
Yeah, like there's no like if I'm testing something like jump heavy and then crouch jab, not jailing, I would have felt that. I felt that in the alpha. That's why I'm getting tight. I'm like, bro, I feel like the game should have been better. I'm just disappointed. That's really my overall like take on the beta.
Okay, so impressed on one end, disappointed on the other.
Yeah, like they should have.
Makes sense. Let's see here. Moving into the question. I ain't gonna hold you, chat. We actually moved all around my bingo card here. We're actually kind of Gucci. Did the pacing of fights feel right?
It actually felt good. Like, this might be because we're not optimized, but the pacing of the matches, like, and me, I was running. I was playing like a fucking bitch sometimes, like just like, oh no, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna full screen beam with robot all day. I'm gonna call missiles. I'm gonna call my sis. I'm gonna run. There are a lot of matches that went to sudden death on my part.
I love that feature.
I liked it when I didn't like it when I had 3 characters, and then we went to sudden death. But when we went to sudden death, when it was 1v1, I liked it then.
Okay.
Because it didn't feel right that I don't have my assist anymore. Because I like to run away sometimes. You know, I'm a very like I can rush down. I can like play patient.
That's fair.
I feel like it does nerf a play style for no reason.
I think the
Like
way they tried to take that, I feel like this was a cue that they took out of NRS, but it was like, but early version, because none of the new stuff does that type of stuff where it does like one-on-one shit. But I liked the thought behind, okay, you don't need assists to win this part of the neutral. It's what the character's own neutral and toolkit can do to ideally win this matchup. And sometimes you start it with a life lead, other times you start it with the life being comparable to your opponent, and then it's just whoever gets the first hit to start the domino effect.
You know what I was doing in sudden deaths?
How's up?
So when I realized it was about to happen, I would snap in the best matchup.
Nice.
Like if I got the hit prior to the time, like let's say like I'm Robot, they're playing fucking like Adam Eve, Battle Beast, Monster Girl. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna snap in the Monster Girl and I'm gonna beam the shit out of her.
Yup.
We're Robot, you know, because that's the best matchup. And it was like, damn, like he was winning, but now I just forced in a bad matchup. So now I just take the life lead and I end up stealing the life lead away in the sudden death. It's really fucked up what you can do sometimes.
It is. And it's like it's one of those parts where it's like, okay, you can play. It's one of the weirdest parts, chat, where like for the sudden deaths, if you guys have had sudden deaths in the beta, if you played it, let us know. Where neutral is really good at the beginning of it to get the first hit, and you get to really feel how the game moves without the chaos, because now there's a focus point right here. Then once you get the first hit, then you kind of just go ham, and you might be able to fuck up your opponent in a couple of different ways.
People were complaining about assist breaker, but every time I assist breaker, it felt like dire consequences. Like the cooldown was actually very punishing.
Yeah, you gotta give up like what, 1 or 2 resources in order to use that, and then an assist cooldown.
Yeah. It was like the assist you breakered with was cooldown for 10 seconds. The other assist was cooldown for 6 seconds. And then you wasted your 2 boost meters. So it was very costly. Like every time I did it, I felt like, oh fuck, I feel like I'm in a worse position. I should have took this combo. You know?
Like the thought sounds good, but the resources you're trading off for like a really like overbearing like defensive break, it feels like someone was in the image of the combo break system from MK11, and I don't like that shit. Because in MK11 you had to lose like a similar break meter here in order to break off from combos, and you kind of go into like a soft knockdown state that your opponent can't really set up off of at the cost of losing half your bar.
Yeah, like so
And then in Mortal Kombat 1 there's a similar thing to it, but you can at least use it once every round. It's not like it's once a game, but you can use it like once a round in Mortal Kombat 1.
It's up.
If that makes sense.
So you're on the alien, right? Going back to this kind of ties into like the breaker timer.
Mm-hmm.
His combos like have like grabs in it. You know, he has like the little scoop, and then you can boost dash cancel, right?
Yeah, it's like very Superman-ish.
Like
Superman does scoop combos.
So it's like that takes a lot of time because it's always like you're gonna get that grab multiple times. You know, so like in those scramble situations, like you get the hit with Alan the alien after you use your assist breaker, he's gonna get it back instantly because he has mad cinematics in his combo, you know?
Yep. And cinematics do eat time.
And I know that was like why Garrus was strong in MK11. Like he was able to like do something to mitigate the counter breaker. I'm not sure. Do you remember?
I never fought that many Garruses, but Garrus has a check for his time that I'm aware. He does have something for that I'm aware of. I just haven't seen the tech in order to really know how to counteract it or to like fully lap it. Chad, if any of you guys out there know about Garrus in Mortal Kombat 11, weigh in on here. I'd love to hear.
He was some time related character. It's something. He did some shit, and it just.
Well, I mean that's just what he does, where he kind of controls like the sands of time in order to set up for moves. He's essentially He's a grappling based character.
Yeah, basically like the animations allowed him to like get more combo breaker or something, more breakaway or some shit.
Something like that.
Like the way his combos worked. Like
being resource positive somewhere.
Yeah. That's always like I think like fighting game does like they have to like monitor that now. Like if there's like time based mechanics, now they gotta like put in less characters with long ass combos, you know, or long ass singular moves.
Let's see. Next question. Trying to see because we went around the horn on a lot of these, so I'm trying to see on how I can clean up some of the question Rolodex. Did the game feel more casual friendly or competitive focused?
Oh, that shit is a party game, brother. That shit is. What the fuck? That shit is, yeah, bro. That shit is not serious. not in that state. Hell no. I ain't about to tell nobody to take a flight for that. Nah. We play that shit at home, bro. You know.
Okay, fair enough.
Hopefully, the April 30th we get a more competitive product. That version is no way. Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Let's see. We went over that. Over the hell out of that. Over that. Oh, did the roster feel diverse in playstyles?
Yes and no. I want more variance in movement from the flyers because they all kind of move like Marvel 3 Iron Man. That's not a good thing. You can go Airdash on Marvel 3 with Iron Man. You'll feel it. That's Invincible's flyers. There should be different movement speeds amongst them. So the game is a little homogenous in that regard, but there are multiple playstyles within the flyers amongst themselves. So like I will say that. Like Dula's definitely more mid-range, you know. Adam Eve's more like a zoner. She's more like Magneto in terms of like she's like the only character, like the only flyer that has like up forward, up back, up dash. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool.
To be able to have like that type of like productive free will movement in the air. Like Magneto.
Yes, plus flight mode, like she just flight mode, dive kick, and up like actual 8-way air dash, you know. Plus the double jump. That's insane movement. I do feel like again you guys haven't played Cecil yet, but Cecil is cool. I like how he zones. I like how Rex zones. Cecil's definitely one of the best. Gonna be one of the best zoners like ever. I like how Adam Eve's combos differ from Thula's, despite them both being flyers. That's really cool.
Oh, TSB the plan. Welcome in. Hey, I've seen you around a lot of different servers, posting memes and stuff. How you been? Welcome in. You're at the juicy part of the podcast.
And I do think, well, I don't know. I think all the characters are cool. Like, I don't have a problem with the roster. I'm actually like, Elemental. She looks cool as fuck. She looks like a flyer, but like she looks like more in the lame style. Like she's throwing more things on the screen. You know what I'm saying? More projectiles.
She is
She looks more like a setup character.
She is very
You know?
Cetrion-like in what her presentation looks like, and I'm for it. But I'm also worried because I understand like how the rise and fall of like Cetrion's like whole divine play is in how Mortal Kombat worked through the years. Because like she's been hit a few different times, but she chose to be the side character for the sake of like always being a notch off from being hit by a patch note, but never was because she never won a major, even though she could. She never had a main play. She was always just the counter pick option, and that's the vibes I get from her. I've seen a bit of her toolkit. I see a lot of Cetrion in her toolkit, and I just can't help but feel that she's going to take the same destiny as Cetrion. Which I mean is good. It means you're always going to have a pocket viable character that can be like a good counter pick if the game ends up being a counter pick game at higher levels. I'm just curious how her projectiles and her combo system will work.
She's definitely gonna have the multiple air dash things, like the jump cancel. I think that's gonna stay in the game. I think they want that in the game.
I do too. That just I don't like it sometimes, but I can see that's gonna be just something that's a thing for this game.
Yeah, and like I feel like that's their main like. They know that's different from other games, you know, so they're gonna keep that.
And that makes sense. That's what helps make it different from other games, is to have mechanics or some defining element of its game that is different from everybody else by default. So that makes sense. Oh, it gives the base roster right here. Damn, I was just overlooking this.
I like how Battle Beast is like he's like the easy gorilla, like he's literally like he's the Battle Beast.
Yep.
He fulfills that role.
Yep. Easy to pick up, easy to manage, useful.
Monster Girl, she has like this unique. She has a good backdash, and her forward dash is like this little hop. Her forward dash is so interesting because it's like she can't block during, but her boost forward dash is like that same hop, so she hops into like aerials. You know what I'm saying? The boost dash is armored, so it's actually pretty cool. Like she's like a big body that moves in a very unique way. They actually did right. Cecil, you guys haven't played it, but that he does not move like anybody in the game because his dash is just a teleport. So like his wave dash, his plink dash is teleport, and he has it in the air too. So it's really cool. Plus he has like stalls with his grenades and his special moves. So that's like another form of movement right there. Really cool. They're cooking with this cast. You know,
Yeah,
Dupli-Kate. Have you seen footage of her?
Yes, I have. She looks like her combo style feels like she's like a self-confirmed Chun-Li with a little bit of Izuki and like a couple other styles I can't put my hand on just yet.
She reminds me like a Yun, like an agent. Cause she has like the super where she just like kind of just duffs you. She has a super where she basically just the combo meter just doesn't fill up and then she can cancel anything and anything. So she's like very grounded. She's fighting with clones. Have you seen Chizuru in KOF?
No, I have not.
Basically, Chizuru, she like fights with clones. She just sends it. Like whenever, like she'll just like. It's literally like Naruto, like, but like she'll send out a clone, but her clone will do like a little launcher. That's one of her moves. Dupli-Kate also has that, and so it's like that plus like the super where she can like cancel into anything. So she's like very grounded character, and she has that. Like I think they're cooking with this cast, for sure.
Oh, here we go. A Dupli-Kate trailer. All right, here we go. Chat. We can take a quick looky here.
So pathetic. I know.
Yeah, she's you see that clothes? Oh, that's armor. That's cheap. You know we call it EX armor plus assist. You know that.
I always have backup. You can't stop me. I'm sick of your whining.
That's the cinematic super. So we avoid the breakers.
I've got 3 surprises
You know what I'm saying?
just for you. You have strength, but I have numbers. What's this?
Yeah, that's the Canadian super. Yeah, those are normals. You see her? It's like an install.
Huh.
Yeah, the combo length, the combo meter is not moving at all. I'm 100% picking this bitch.
Try to keep up. I've had enough of this. I'm everything, everywhere, all at once, asshole.
He looks fast too.
You've got all of us now. I'm done with this dysfunctional bullshit.
Alright. Well, there you go. So Dupli-Kate can do a lot of things in the Nooch, what it looks like. She's her own combo confirming character.
Yeah, she's on the ground playing that footsie game, you know. She looks like she has a low 2L. Low 2Ls are mad rare in this game for some reason.
Yeah, like
I think
a true
they're
low. Like, that's not a common thing.
yeah. And she has like standing overhead. So like you imagine like just the mix with just like you're just fucking beating them up standing, right? Because you have the clone super, and then you just fucking whoop through the overhead, you know?
Does she have a standing overhead?
Yes.
Ew.
And a low 2L. So she's fucking mixing.
Oh man, man, we're going to Mix City. Oh, whoops, hang on, I didn't want to show that.
See, they're cooking with the character choice and the character movesets. The game is holding the characters back. It's so sad. Like, let these characters move, bro. They're fucking superheroes. Mark has dash blocked. These motherfucking Viltrumites are fast. These niggas dash block. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on. That shit is canon.
Let's see. Next, a question. Did any character feel especially satisfying or annoying to play against?
Battle Beast.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was like, all right, he's very hard to punish. Actually, hold on. I have to think about this. It's a couple of characters, but it's not the character's fault. It's the game's fault.
That makes them annoying.
Like Omni-Man's DP being -5. You know?
So let's look at the roster.
It's so what frustrated me a lot was like safe armor plus assist. Battle Beast did that. Omni-Man did that. Mark did that. Monster Girl did that. I mean, Monster Girl, that's fine. Monster Girl and Battle Beast, sure, they're the fucking big bodies. Battle Beast less so, but doing EX armor plus assist, they're getting, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, on top of the game having no block sense, so the game felt mad mashy. And these characters were just the beneficiaries of the game, just, you know, not being polished yet, you know?
Right.
Like you literally cannot punish Omni-Man being -5 on a DP. No one can. Like, you know, like it's physically, they're not fast enough. They need more training. Like, Mark was really frustrating because he had that EX move. You know, he basically had like Bardock EX Lariat, right?
Right.
That shit was safe. And like, there's this other move he had where it's like he goes he like whoosh whoosh whoosh, like he just kind of like, you know the one I'm talking about, right? He just like phases through your body at mad various speeds.
Yeah, Mark phases through you, and then he does like the whole whatever overhead back
Yeah.
forth. He comes at you with like a whole like really like special move. That you
Yeah,
gotta just block
so
right in front
like
of your face.
people would like active tag during this, and it would be mad. This active tag would be mad hard to defend against because we don't know we don't know where they're coming from. Because Mark is going whoosh 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 all over the place, right? He's getting his cinematic off.
Oh, so it's
Also,
that
he
active.
just had the EX overhead on the ground, which is we're playing online. We're not blocking that 20 frame overhead. Like, it's done. 20 frame safe overhead. You know?
I cannot find the roster. I know they did name the 18 down here for general roster, but I was just looking at what the beta roster was, so that way I can give you an idea. I had it up during I can't find the tweet because I had it up when I was going over this with Juan. I just can't remember what it looked like here. But I know some annoying picks. Yeah, definitely was Battle Beast. Definitely Mark. Yeah, Omni-Man actually was more annoying in Mortal Kombat 1 than in his own game. Surprisingly enough, it's just the few instances where I got to deal with that, and I'm wondering, okay, I can still beat the Omni-Man, so I'm not worried about that. I'm just wondering why I can't press on this move, or I should be able to, and I still can't press on this move. So it's like, all right, it is what it is. And then I find out later on, oh, it's safe. That's why. So then you got the Adam Evers. There was one Adam Eve person I met that was actually really annoying because all they did the whole game was spam, and I was like, okay, so we're doing this now. Like, you just spin all the way over in the corner and then just kept throwing out projectiles, which, I mean, yes, she can do. It's in the video game to do. She can do more than that to help set that up better, but I mean, you do you.
That is actually what you said was a positive about Adam Eve. Multiple play styles with her. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Good. All right. Rex is fucking insane. That's another guy. But I feel like he wasn't as popular, but
he has so much, but his combos have so much potential. Like, it feels like how Robin plays, but with how he throws out his projectiles and stuff in the same rhythm, in the same combo confirm, in the same fashion like Robin and Injustice, but he gets so much more mileage for it. I see the promise with him, but it's a shame that he wasn't played that much. He did not get a lot of love. His kit looks like it's very promising for a lot of setup.
And like he had like projectile assists, and like you know how like this game like the air there are air versions of their assist.
Mm-hmm.
So like one of his was the trap. So like if you call it like super high in the air, he throws the trap, and like you get it just at a cheap angle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like his zoning on point is actually just cheap. Like this game's movement could not handle him doing TK bomb and then land a bomb. You know, he's just covering that horizontal space. Cecil's gonna be like this too, by the way. If you took Rex's zoning is crazy, but Cecil's is fucking insane. And people are probably gonna pair them up together.
It's gonna break the game.
Yeah, like, which is why they need to fucking put dash block. Holy shit. I don't want to. You guys don't want to fight Cecil without dash block. Oh my god. You guys haven't fought him.
Yeah,
his normals are just guns.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Which actually that makes sense. That does feel canon, but guns the whole time. That's not good. Next question. Let's move this one here. It's the matchmaking key. Skip this one.
Rex also had that figurehead. Yeah, he's proud.
Skip this one. We already went over that one. Next question. Did the game encourage rematches and longer sets? Like, in terms of like comfortability, does it feel like the game encourages like rematching and longer sets to be had?
Yes. Games like this usually do. I know people like because I experienced it. Like people were like icing me out. People were playing for the leaderboards. They didn't want to play me, or like I would run into someone I've beaten before and they didn't play me. But like if there was someone I recognize, like a fighting game player, like let's say Sundula for example, Sundula, or at Nerd Josh, there was another alpha test. I barely played in that one. I only literally got like 20 minutes, and not 20 minutes, like an hour. And I ran into Nerd Josh, real fighting game player. He ran the set. He's fucking me up with Rex. I'm trying to maneuver with Dula. I'm trying to do what I learned at the OS test in this limited time in the alpha. Right? And I'm getting fucked up by Nerd Josh. In this game, Sundula, prominent team game player, Power Rangers, Hunter. Some of the more Kusogi games, I run into him. He plays the set. Mighty Yahiko. I ran into him.
Yes, the homie Iacon.
He's a Dragon Ball player, and I saw him on the leaderboards. He actually beat me. Low key, my monitor was fucking up, but that's whatever. He did beat me though. And it was like good games, and like he ran the set. Like if you were a real fighting game player, like you wanted, it felt like you pressed rematch. If you were some little like I don't know,
Casual.
if you were one of the niggas that were rage quit, you ain't care about. Like you're not one of those players. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't count. You would have did that in any other game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You would think you're Billy Badass till you meet Billy Badass. Because there was rage quits out the yin yang where it's just like, okay, there's a lot of people caught in 4K, unfortunately. And I get it, you want to be on part of the leaderboards and whatnot, or at least that's what I'm guessing why, because you want to try and keep the record consistent in order to keep your points in line with like the ratio of wins and losses you want to have by now to climb the board to get to these amount of points. But you have to learn how to play the game. You have to learn how to block. Maybe.
Yeah, bro. You would think it's like, hey, I'm getting fucked up by this guy. He already knows how to play this game. Why don't I rematch and see what he's doing? No, people don't think like that. They're like, oh, I don't want to play him because I don't get to play.
Exactly.
It's like, bro, we're testing the game. You have to try to learn how to beat me, and you have to learn what the character's doing because we're testing. This isn't a place for ego, brother. Like, who gives a fuck? It's a beta. We're learning. We're all learning.
You can have you can have fun, you can have, everything is in the premise of fun. You can have sweaty games, you can have a good grind, you can have a good casual investment. Everything is all in the sake of fun because you're just testing the game right now. It's not the final product of this version of the game. This version of the game is what it is in order for everybody to see what it will feel like.
Brother, I learned that Rexplode was nonsense from playing Nerd Josh in the last test. And I saw other Rexplodes, right? He was definitely rarer than some of the other characters. Like, obviously, Mark is mad popular. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I saw what they're doing, and I'm like, oh no, they're not doing what Nerd Josh was doing to me. Like, and I was like, holy shit, I've seen what he can do. You know, because I tested the game. Like, but it's funny. Like, I was like, okay, I'm seeing how they're differing. Their thinking differs from Nerd Josh. You know what I'm saying? He's like this super veteran fighting game player, so he's gonna simplify things, right? And other people, like, just seeing what they're doing, their takes is pretty cool. Like, but that's what comes with testing. But people are afraid. I don't know. They forget that that's the purpose. It's really what it is. You know.
Wait, Hubu, you wait, is that a bot or a real person? Let me know in the thing, and I can untime you. I didn't know if that's a real thing or not. That's why the bot just auto-timed you. Next question. What kind of players do you think will stick with this long term?
They are going to have Killer Instinct fans who play that. They have that because that it's the same engine. They have an advantage in that. They like that playstyle. A lot of people don't like that combo breaker mind game, but that game is literally, it lives in that mind game, that on hit RPS. So they got that. I actually think a lot of casual players are gonna like this game. I don't think it's gonna be that popular with people who have played past team games. Like, people who play DBFZ are probably not gonna take this game seriously. People who played Marvel 3 probably are not gonna take this game seriously. I don't think they are.
I think NRS heads will give this a chance for a decent amount of time to where, okay, I'll add this to my stack or my inventory. I think NRS heads will be attracted to a game like this.
Yeah. I think MK1 players, if you enjoy that style, I think they'll definitely try this, you know.
Well, I mean, NRS in general. It could be a Mortal Kombat player, it could be an Injustice player, whatever it is about this game that appeals to them, that's from that lifestyle.
Man, stiff lifestyle. Nah. Yo, NetherRealm Studios games are mad stiff, yo. It's like the animations are like, I don't know why that's my word for it, but that's the only way like I can describe it. It's just like the slow animations, you know, you got to see the whole punch. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Whereas like in Capcom games, it's like like in Street Fighter 4, you know, Sakura, her crouching fierce is 3 frame startup. Her crouching fierce punch.
that's clean. That's really fast.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, it's like crazy. But it's like, I don't know. This is weird design philosophy that I think that American developers have, because the American developers are like the Killer Instinct, the NetherRealm Studios, right?
Hmm.
It's like they think for animations to look good, you need the whole thing to play out. So like that means the whole 19 frames. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, whatever the fuck the human equivalent to a martial artist's punches, it would be that in like an NRS game. You know what I'm saying? But in like Capcom, it's like 3 frames. What the fuck is that like in milliseconds?
Hey, Pixel Pulsive Live, thank you with the follow out there.
Like, yeah, like you know what I'm saying? It's like these old games, like the animations still look good regardless of the ridiculous speed, right? So it's like, why are it's interesting that the American developers haven't taken this approach. Actually, that's not even true because Mike Z is an American and he made SkullGirls. But I mean, I guess like it's trying to, SkullGirls is essentially Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Part 2. And in that game, like the source material, this shit is really fast button speed wise. But it's like, yeah, well, other than that, like I don't know, they've never. It'll be interesting to see like Injustice 3 with like 7 frame startup normals, like as a base instead of like, I don't know what's the fastest button in Mortal Kombat since you played and in the Mortal Kombat you played.
Fastest button in most Mortal Kombats is usually like 8 frame. Most of the game is generally like buttons that are negative, where there's few that are plus. Plus comes from like the situations that are just set up with that are set up with by using resources to create plus frames. Everything's usually just negative.
Wait, so you play MK1?
I played MK11 and I played MK1. MK11's like it's the slower of the Mortal Kombat games. Some people dub it the slowest. It's the easiest to see neutral in terms of like what type of neutral you're trying to do there. Other Mortal Kombats move faster than that one. Mortal Kombat 1 moves faster somewhat than MK11, but it is still slower than other Mortal Kombat games. It's just faster than 11.
I played
Cannon
Mortal
system,
Kombat 10 and MK9. I really like MK9. I know those games are bullshit, but like
it's good bullshit.
yeah.
MKX I heard a lot of good stuff about. I tried playing that a few times. I could just not get it to be consistent because there's a bug about how MKX and MKXL connects, and so I wasn't able to really play and really try to learn playing the game and figure out what makes this high speedy thing better than the other games or better than the other Mortal Kombat anthology. But I also understand and I respect why a lot of people love this game or love this version of a Mortal Kombat experience. I would just like to play it more myself so that way I can appreciate it more. MK9, unfortunately, I have not played that one. I've seen it. I think I might have played it on PS3 a little bit, but I never went online with it, unfortunately. That was back during a time when I had dial-up. I didn't have Verizon like I have now. How was the experience?
Yo, what do you think your team is going to be with when the now that we know the full roster? Like, what are you waiting to try?
I am waiting to try Thula again. Thula really stood out to me. In like with how she likes to play, I just have to get better with how her neutral works. Thula stood out to me. I would like to try Robot. I didn't really get a chance to try him too much. I would definitely like to try Anissa. Anissa, I don't know, the I can't really say the S word, but the D-Gen Rodimus is interested in how Anissa plays, because I actually need to know. Alan the Alien, I'd like to see more about where he goes. And
There might be a trailer for Anissa.
let me see. Let's try and find
Yeah,
the chat.
let's throw that on stream.
And then Elemental is one I definitely want to look into, because if they're actually taking the time to invest in a brand new character, I really want to see what the new character is, because an original design character, original concept, usually means something really inventive and taking a risk, and I am for it.
Mm.
Especially with the play on words you can actually have with a character with something like that.
I'm gonna definitely try Elemental too, because not only do I like Tierra Whack, but the fan fiction characters are just gonna be godlike. I think like that's the rule. Like Majin 21, Lab Coat, they taught me something. If there's ever an OC in the game, we gotta pick the OC, bro. They probably OD.
Yup.
I definitely want to try Dupli-Kate.
Can I?
Damn, I don't know. I think I like my team, bro. I fucked up. I don't want to commit. I definitely gotta try other characters.
Show
Bro.
me you can learn.
Maybe after this trailer, I might fuck with this one.
It's time.
It's regular Viltrumite shit. Oh,
Oh, he looks grappling-ish.
Serious.
is that an actual command grab? What the fuck?
Your education begins here.
She gets lab coat? She got stopped?
You're not worthy of my efforts.
Damn, I feel like I ain't get any information out of that. I guess she's just gonna have like double jump air dash. She's like regular Viltrumite, you know?
Well, hang on, let's go back to that scene, because I could have swore that I saw that OTG. Hang on.
Yeah, that looked like that, right?
Wait, hang on, that was a crump.
Yeah, it crumpled,
It crumpled.
and it broke the heroic strike, the alpha counter. So that means it's an armor break.
Yep. Okay, so there's two things happening at once there with that move. So it's an extension that comes off a crumple. Now right there, that animation right there, that literally comes from Nolan's stance in Mortal Kombat 1. That just comes from auto dodge right into a combo.
They gave Shorty the UI or the
Yep.
Vidal.
Yeah, they gave her Nolan's UI shit from MK1.
Oh, okay.
And then it looks like that just goes into like a follow-up either for knockdown, or you can actually just go into tag route in order to extend.
Yeah. Oh, we could call assists too, because we could do super assists in this game. And look at how far it reaches, yeah. So like, you do like robot missiles right here. You're like, psh, since it launches them so high, you know.
Okay.
Or like Monster Girl, like dive assist, whoop, psh, ground bounce them, and get like an EX into another super. That's a TOD basically. What the fuck?
Damn near. Or at least it's going to take out a hell of a lot of resources to where, okay, the opponent's going to have to be playing defensive in the next play, which will then just set them up, or just go right into a setup and then you can just kill them off of that. Now I wonder if there's a way to bait tag-ins or tag outs and whatnot coming in that I'm not thinking of yet. Because if that's the case, then that's where like revision of movement is really needed, because there's a lot of oppressive options that you have for lacking or for inconsistent defensive options that you can have, or defensive based neutral that you can apply. It's like I'm liking a lot of the different ways you can go into setups. It's just making sure that you have viable and simple answers for all of them. And then this guy, I'm not sure. He feels grappler-ish, or it feels like rushdown, and like his combos feel like he's like really simple. Like he's not really a combo dude. He feels like he's just like I abuse specials dude. Like he feels like he would be like more suited for like like using assist to consistently optimize a lot of the routes that he starts. Yeah, see, that was a short combo that went right into special. Okay. And chat, if you guys see anything or saw anything, weigh in. We'd love to hear your thoughts. But yeah, Anissa was one I'd say I wanted to take a look at. Yeah, and Elemental, since she was a new original design character, I wanted to see what she was about and just see if my hunch was correct. Because that's the case, I'll pocket her frame 1. I probably won't play her consistently after I try and like learn what she can do, but I would still love to actually see what she can do. Because her starting design is very inviting for me. It's just I love it. Feels very Elder God-ish. For like the superhero version of an Elder God. Let me see. Next question. Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. Were there any incentives that kept you engaged?
It was mostly my desire to. I wanted to really test the game. I wanted to know, hey, something's off. I wanted to find the words for it, and I feel like I did. Or I found out exactly why I felt the way I did. And also, I wanted my ideas of my team. I wanted to flesh that out. Like, it's a 3v3 fighter. Naturally, like that, learning the team is always fun. That's
Yeah.
I noticed that people were doing costumes, like they had different costumes. I didn't even check that, bro. Like I was just like clocked in. I was like, yo, I need to take my notes. I need to.
Yeah,
I'm not bored for that, but like I did know, like I like that shit. Like the more colors, like I saw people. This nigga Omni Man had the toes out. Like that's great. Like we need more of that. Like
Yep. Like
more costumes. I mean, like.
I'm curious how they were able to do that. Like how did you get costumes for a beta guy?
Yeah, like that. That was fucking sick. Like they're cooking.
It's like, are y'all on PC? You guys know something I don't know?
Yeah. Honestly, like every fighting game, they're scared to do this, but they need to go to Fatal Fury route and throw a color editor in there, bro. Fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like unlockable colors, like that's cool too. Don't paywall them. It's fucking colors.
I would definitely look. I'm definitely interested to see what the color, like if they do different color palette systems. I'm curious on like what the colors are going to look like for a lot of these characters. I had an idea already from like the basic different colors that they had between base color and then like red. I think was like the main one I've seen for a lot of them. So it gives. I'm hopeful to see like if they can expand into that more. That means they're probably going to take the Injustice route and try and do like different color palettes, but keep it really simple in the presentation. I see some diversity, but I don't really see a lot of it unless we get into like different skins and whatnot that they can all have. And that requires like imagination. Like you want to apply imagination to think on like what can be applicable here as an alternate costume that is tasteful or creative to the character's body design. So I'm curious to see if they're willing to do that. Because Mortal Kombat 1, well, granted they sucked at doing that at first, and then they started getting a little bit creative about that over the year, and some change that they had in order to apply more creativity for color palettes and for their different costumes that characters can have. Some of them look crappy. Others actually look really tasteful and really well thought out. Simple color palette design doesn't have to be like so too strange. Like new Sindel's I thought was pretty nice. They also had some modern day ones for ninja designs where what was it for Katana and what's her sister Melina, where it looks kind of ghetto, but it also looks really clean ghetto, and I like it. Like I really like it. Then you got the ball, like what the Empress dress and whatnot that their mom has, Sindel. That shit looks really clean on Sindel. Like she actually gives off MILF energy for some fucking reason, and I don't know why, but I mean, they got to make their money, but damn NRS. And then you got decent old school skins that also have different color appeals, like Smokes and Sub-Zero's MK2, MK3 skin from the 90s that they brought back into 2023, 2024 times. That looks pretty nice in their design appeal. It's very clean. It's very retro. So that's why I'm wondering if the best route I think for them, if they're going to try and do different skins in that regard, is probably try and see how comic accurate they can get, like comic accurate designs that they had in the comics in the game. Which I wish them good luck. Let me see. Next question. How confident are you in the developers improving things by release?
All right. I have very little faith because, all right, maybe like year one Invincible versus might be some wavy shit, but they have consistently had problems that I've told them about. Like, and this isn't even like, this is game feel shit. This isn't even me like not liking combo breakers in general, right? Or not liking the Killer Instinct fighting game period because of that mind game. This isn't even me bringing my biasness in fighting games, right, and towards what I like into this game, right? This game does not feel good, and it's about to be April 30th. For them to like fix game feel wise, like getting the dash blocking, getting the speed right, getting differing movement arcs, not making everybody feel like Iron Man, because again, MVC2 Dawson has an air dash, Storm has an air dash, Doctor Doom has an air dash, Blackheart has an air dash, not an 8-way, but it's still an air dash. Rogue has an air dash. Who else? Magneto has an 8-way air dash. War Machine has an 8-way air dash. Iron Man has an 8-way air dash. Okay, Dormammu, right? Marvel 3 has an 8-way air dash.
Oh yeah.
Marvel 3 Iron Man. The list is endless. They all have differing arcs, differing ground momentum acceleration when they crouch, different everything. The feel is different. They are different characters. Nova, right? Viper. They all have 8-way air dashes, but they feel drastically different. This game, they all feel the same, right? there's a couple characters that do move different, like Monster Girl with the little forward hop and her boost dash being a little accelerated forward hop is faster and it's armored. That's pretty cool. Cecil, the way he teleports, that's pretty cool, right? No one's ever done that in terms of like a fighting game. Well, like they have been teleport characters, but like it's sort of like Slayer, but in like versus game form. That's pretty cool. It's never been done before. The lack of blocks, and it's like the game needs an overhaul in terms like for them to get the game feel right. And the release, like the motherfuckers got to go overtime tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, in most instances, it feels like it's literally like hot off the beta market. Like the data tester just finished up the last dial thing, and pop that hush puppy right out there for release. That's how this feels.
yeah,
Right.
maybe a Mortal Kombat player will stay, but again, like I said, no Marvel vs. Capcom player or no Dragon Ball FighterZ player is gonna stick with this game long term because they're not gonna get over the lack of mobility. Because again, like sure, there might be a variety of options. Like the Flyers have double jump on top of like fucking dive kick moves, and and their various air dashes. They still feel the same, And it's like if you can't dash block, they're not gonna like it. No one who plays these types of games are gonna stick around because they're not gonna get over it. So if they want to keep that audience, they need to move fast.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat players, KI players, they're there. They don't have to change the game. I mean, no, they do still.
Yeah, but I think for the most part, I think the NRS boys, if they haven't played like a tag fighter or a hyper fighter, then they're gonna be for the long haul. This will be like a pivot from a Mortal Kombat investment to try, or probably just have as a like I said, another option. But for the tag based people that are taking the tag implementation part of this and implying this, we see the potential here. The problem is that it's not here right now to keep us here. Because like the simple stuff in neutral, the simple stuff with the mechanics, gotta be tweaked a little bit. It doesn't have to be nerfed or buffed. It just needs to be tweaked so that way it can be effectively used. It needs to be applicable for what you want to do in the game. And it's just not. And because you don't really have a lot of options in which to help with response, that's why everybody doesn't respect anything. Everybody just mashes on everything because you're trying to figure it out. And there's nothing to figure out because unfortunately it's not fully there.
Yeah, it's like everything. Everything else is perfect. Story mode, presentation, gore. Again, American dialogue.
Yeah.
F you. Woo! You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yup.
it's crazy. Like, it feels like everything. Marketing, crazy. Social media, perfect. Everything but the game is perfect right now.
Really
Characters, that cool.
It's funny when you think about that, Chad. Everything on the game is perfect, but the game. It's crazy, isn't it? But facts is facts. Like, I'm a lover of the game, but I also can't ignore the things that is wrong with it. I just want to also delve into it, which we spent a really good deal of time delving into in order to understand why these things are how they are. Next question. Actually, yeah, we covered this. Hang on. Covered this. Oh, last question. Do you see this game having eSports potential?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. This IP too good. They can go like NRS route, funded DLC, crowd funded tour. You know what I'm saying? Like the formula, like we've seen this before. This IP is too good for this not to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
they probably got their own version of like more of a combat league.
Yeah, there's gonna be some PlayStation tournaments for sure. You know, for the online demons on console.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. What was the most satisfying moment you had in the beta?
It was applying the jump cancel Airdash stuff and the boost dash and my pressure and block strings. So like with Thula, you know how she had the J2M?
Yeah.
Like she had the downwards whip.
Mhm.
So I would do that, right? That, and the game doesn't allow you to dash cancel normally, so you have to boost dash to do that. So I was doing J2M, boost dash, and then J2M, stand heavy, you know? Or then if I was close enough, I would get 5M and then stand heavy, and then it would just be mad overheads pretty fast. And it was like, it's mad weird because they weren't true block strings because, again, the game has no block stun. But it was still like mad overheads coming at you. And like at any point, like there were times where like I would just continue and be an asshole, like jump heavy, jump heavy, jump heavy. Like you saw the clip I sent you.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like my favorite thing. It was like figuring out how to abuse Thula with my team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
All right, chat, and then that's pretty much the best hot take in the satisfying moment here. So to conclude, chat, and this one is to you, the viewers out there, and the lurkers, and those of you guys that come back and rewatch the VOD. In one sentence out there, how would you describe your beta experience compared to the ones that Faulties and myself have shared? What score would you give it as a beta versus the potential full release at month's end? Is the question that I leave you with.
as a beta, well, in terms of like the online worked,
Yeah.
I was able to training mode. All right, so those are points right there. I feel like I have hope that they're gonna hear me a little, right? Or it's like it's not gonna be like the beta for long, right? I gave it like a 5 out of 10. It was like 50%. It was also because like people were like icing me out too, so it was like mad annoying, you know. But
Fair. I would say 5 out of 5 or 5.5 is probably warranted. Actually, that's pretty good because it did meet the challenge halfway. It's got working online. It's got a working and accessible crossplay. Those are the two things that were definitely crossed off. The rollback was definitely in play. All that was good. Training mode, yeah. You have diversity of characters and play in different play styles, so you have chance to actually delve and cook and try different things that work. But yeah, in terms of like all those bases, in terms of getting everything going, so that way everybody can generally play with each other. Yeah, I say that meets the challenge halfway, literally. The other half of the way, chat, is just how the gameplay feels, how the mechanics feel, how it feels like the game is supposed to be played, which all those cylinders I named aren't fully complete yet, if that makes sense. Or it feels like a couple of them can be like kind of redefined or cleaned up. Alright, well that brings the general panel here to its conclusion, but Faulty Things, I wanted to take time here in order to thank you for taking time out of your day here in order to sit and go over the Invincible versus Beta panel here with me tonight.
Yo, wait, actually, extra points for having unlockables. 6 out of 10. There's unlockables. Can't forget about that. Yeah. Oh,
I was just mindlessly just doing shit online. I didn't even know there were unlockables, bro.
Yeah, bro. Because people had the Omni-Man costume, right? You remember?
Oh yeah, you're. Oh my God, Chad, I'm dumb. Yeah, they did. Because I was.
Yeah.
It's like, how did they get these skins in the beta? Yeah, they did have them. So okay.
Actually,
so Pocket one.
Actually, 7 out of 10 because it's giving me hope for free skins in the game. All right, cool. You agree with that?
I do. Okay, I agree with that one. Okay, we'll give that one
There
a
we
second.
go. There we go. This is fire. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
See, chat, we got a chance for icing on the cake coming in. There's a good chance. But yeah, I wanted to definitely say thank you for taking time out of your evening in order to sit and have us really take a good deep dive into what we explored that weekend for the beta, and to get an idea of what we're going to receive at the end of the month when we get the full release. Anybody on you want to rate?
Yeah. You could throw a DeKillSage raid. She's streaming Mixed Masters.
Oh, bet. Okay, hang on. Okay, let me go ahead and send us to the DeKillSage.
This is a game of dash block. This is something like Invincible could like take notes from, you know?
Oh, it's from how SkullGirls did the tagging.
How they just handled movement earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, SkullGirls movement is like really clean. I only have like a few hours invested into that between PC and PlayStation 5. That shit feels kind of good sometimes. Just wish I had more time
Yeah,
to actually sit and play it more.
if you dash and then hold down back, you'll like block low for the animation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
In Marvel 3, you can like dash crouch, but like realistically, like you can block frame 1 out of up back. So you do dash up back to block frame 1. Like let's say like a split second like projectile, like whoosh.
Yeah.
And you're dashing, you have to do up back. Or like like you're like wave dashing and then like a super flash happens, you just hold up back and then you'll be able to block, you know. And DBFZ, you know how dash block works in there, right?
Yeah.
You know. You can't up back, but you can still dash block frame 1.
Yeah.
Like the second you hold back. So like
Yeah, as soon as you do it, you're committing to the move. So, but you're still getting the input. You just can't do anything afterwards, like right after.
yeah, you're not like canceling the animation like in Marvel, you know what I'm saying? But like you're still able to defend.
Yeah.
So like let's say like you can dash, but like if a fucking like a key blast is coming your way, you can instantly block. Like the second, you know, right before, you know what I'm saying?
All right, chat. I got a DeKillSage up here on the stream, so we're gonna go ahead and get ready to raid the DeKillSage. It's gonna be one of the big giants out there, formerly for fighters, one of the main forefronts at the head of SkullGirls Inc. If you guys hadn't already, also feel free to leave Faulties a follow on Twitch and Twitter. Twitter as follows here: the best in the city via here on Twitter. It also has Twitch, same name, and YouTube, the same name. This will be on YouTube later on in the month, later on in the week, the month, when viable. But definitely seek to follow him on the Twitch, the Twitter, the YouTube, and his SoundCloud. He listens to good beats, which you can listen to too.
Yeah, thank you, yo. Peace out.
Alright, we're going to start the raid to go on over there. You guys got my emotes. Spam them. Let them know where you come from over there in Mixed Masters. I'll drop you guys off with some SkullGirls for the night as we continue the tag ideology here, going from Invincible Versus to some SkullGirls here for the night. Let you guys see some Mixed Masters and see how it all happens out there on SkullGirls. See, the homie Ryuki is laying it down out there. You guys take care. And like I always say, till all are one.